Yo, thanks for tuning into CoogRadio.com. I hope you guys are all doing well. Usually I run a show called Genre Exploration with Zach, and I just play weird genres of music, a different one every week. But today I have something different. I have a special guest with me. I have in the studio Dress. If you guys want to say what's up, we'll just start going person by person. Say your name, what you play, and what you are wearing, what you got on today.
All right, here we go. I'm Q from Dress. I'm the lead singer, and right now I have on a yellow button-up with the black jeans, got rips in the knees. I have my socks showing, you know. And I got the Vans, of course. And here goes my boy.
I'm Brandon. I'm the rhythm guitar player for the band Dress. I'm wearing a corduroy brown jacket with nice MTV shirt on and the Vans and the black jeans, and I'm so glad to be here.
It's a Dress thing.
And I'm Chris. I'm the lead guitar player for Dress, and I'm wearing, my favorite Chon shirt, one of my favorite groups. Got the dark brown pants, can't say they're jeans, and showing off my socks with some white checks,
like
dirty white checks at that.
My name is Michael. I'm the bass player of Dress. I'm wearing a green shirt that says White Dillo, the best beat. Don't get confused with dildo. I got black jeans with a rip in it and some grey Chucks on.
Nice.
Sweet.
I'm with the Chucks for sure. I guess I'll say what I'm wearing to spice it up. I'm Zach. I run the show or whatever. I got on the high top Vans, pizza socks, some jeans from JCPenney, but they don't look like it though. And
killing it.
I would not have thought it.
Let me get a pizza.
Maybe I shouldn't have even said it. And then my shirt's a band that I like called Icarus the Owl, some weird math post-hardcore band or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look them up after this.
I figured that when we first come in, we don't just dive into the deep philosophical music stuff straight off the bat. I wanted to talk a bit about fashion. Yeah, I put it on the little bullet point when I say you guys, because when I pulled up on Bandcamp or whatever, I was like, oh, okay, these guys look like a bunch of artsy Houston kids or whatever. What do you guys like to shop at? I'm assuming thrifting, but list off some places you guys like to go.
Mostly, coming from Houston, everybody, we have the Velvet Lounge, or what is that, Leopard Lounge?
Yeah,
it's
Leopard Lounge.
Pavement, it's right off of, what is that, Westheimer?
Montrose.
Yeah, Westheimer.
Montrose, Westheimer, yeah.
You've been there, okay.
All in that area. No, it's dope, bro. They got, they have one that's, decent thrift stuff, you know what I'm saying, normal, thrift prices, and then you go right to the right to Leopard Lounge, and it's
extremely expensive.
Oh my god, you're spending a good $160 for a t-shirt, but it's perfect shirts.
Yeah.
I popped by the other day to get a shirt for the music video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did.
You got a stunt for the music video.
Yeah.
Also for that music video, it's pretty crazy because with that same shirt on, he goes underwater.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin it. It's like a pool party type thing.
No, a bathtub.
A bathtub. Okay, it's better. I was assuming it was gonna be a pool party because y'all have a road trip beach kind of surf theme.
They're on the way.
Maybe I'm just assuming. Who knows?
We just can't really find a beach in Houston. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, unless you want to go to Brownwater, Poopy Galveston,
exactly.
where all the weird people are boring parents are taking their kids on vacation to.
And you're supposed to be excited. You're like, hey, we're going to Galvey.
Yeah.
You put a Y on it makes it cooler. Let's go to Galvey.
I started thrifting in high school. I used to have really bad taste in clothes, and then my senior year, I started hanging out with a group that was a bit out there. They took me thrifting, and that's pretty much how I got into it. Yeah. And then I was wearing even women's clothes sometimes, and I was like, damn, this is kind of girly. But the thing is I feel girls way prefer somebody who will dress like that than just dressing in jeans and a t-shirt.
No, exactly. I feel it.
That's what I've
I have that same shirt.
Oh my god.
That's a conversation starter, bro. If you got the same shirt on as a girl, bro, you're in there, dog. It's either best friend or boyfriend. That's how it goes.
Both.
You're both.
When I first listened, I was trying to describe you guys' music, so I'm gonna spit out a bunch of stuff, and I want you to tell me how accurate it is. Okay. So for those of you guys, they say their name is Dress, but to look it up, you would have to search DRES_, and then they'll come up. So I call them a progressive indie pop search beach punk math soul band.
You know, that's pretty
Yes, sir.
accurate. We used to
Yes.
have like a whole kind of title on our Instagram page. It was
Prog rap.
yeah, it was like prog indie alternative rock / hip hop, or you know, like because we kind of want to do it all. And whenever you would search in those exact words, we were the only thing that came up, which is cool. But you know, like
Who's gonna do that? You know, that's the thing. It is,
Exactly.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
but you removed it. You were like, I don't need to be in this category or whatever.
Yeah, like just make our own category, you know?
Yeah. Categories aren't that important, but I mean, I still do it anyways because it's how you branch out and whatever, I think. What do you call yourselves?
I love the word like groovy because like groovy really just helps like get that like just chill like vibe. Like we really love to just be like just no holding back, just having fun with our music and everything that we do. You know,
Dancing all goofy and stuff.
Yes, bro. Like,
Do you guys know? You probably do know this band, Dance Gavin Dance.
yes,
Yeah.
I was
bro.
wearing a shirt
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
I watched
for
like
work.
one video of him like dancing online, and I was like, "Oh, this guy reminds me of the singer Tilly," and it was like, and I was like, "Yeah, that's ridiculous." But I guess that's kind of the point, huh?
Yeah, man, just having fun with everything we do. You know.
Sure.
I definitely want to say, like, you know, I feel like whenever you think of summer, we're right there. You know, like just right there.
Summer road trips.
Summer, exactly. There's a whole little thing that we have. Like if you go down our list, I mean, we have Just a Thought, we have Road Trip to Florida. Like our names go with the road trip. It's crazy.
Were they like you put them in that order on purpose?
Yeah.
Did you guys?
sort of.
Did you do a trip like that?
I mean, it's all about like, I mean, all of our music is pretty much based on living life to like its full potential. So we we have memories, we have like things that we want to do, all of that, all in one. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's almost like a road trip. It's your own little dress road trip.
I see. So when I first listened, Waylon, who's the station director, shout out for him organizing or like linking us up or whatever.
Shout out,
He was like,
Shout out.
"Oh, listen to this band," and he really likes like surf punk and stuff like that. So I was like, I clicked on it and I saw like beach pop, and I was like, I'm probably gonna like it, but not a ton. It's probably gonna be something like Fiddler or Waves, but that wasn't the case at all. I was like, oh, this is like mixing a ton of different stuff. I like it.
Right.
I was thinking to myself, if I were at a show like this, I don't know if I would like headbang and mosh, or would I like dance like a white girl? I was like, I had like, I had this like
You do
conundrum.
both.
I had a conundrum in my head. I couldn't like decide.
That's what you get. That's what you get. Like whenever you genre hop, genre hop. Whenever you like move around with it, like you get people that are either like when they jump around at the shows, they'll mosh out, or they're like, I mean, I crowd surfed at one of my shows. Like,
Okay.
it was dope. Like, you know what I mean? But then there's also like times where we're slowing it down and people are just grooving, like just moving their bodies. So it's like, do what you want to do in our crowd. It's awesome.
Could you say genre hop again? Just say it on the mic.
Genre hop.
Nice. Sounds cool.
Did I say gender hop? Is that what I said?
No, you said
You said
Genre.
Genre, like
Gender
over
hop. We're not
genre.
gonna get into that.
Hop over
Yeah,
genre.
we're not today. We're not gender hopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the university would have it up with us.
Yeah, let's
I'm
not
just
get
kidding.
on
They
it.
probably wouldn't notice. But if they did, maybe they would. They're all about being very inclusive. Let's talk about like y'all's instrumentals and stuff. So, like I said I was like unsure if I should mosh or like dance like a white girl. I feel like the instruments are more like y'all. The instrumentalists. This is you three, right?
Yeah.
And then you're getting a new drummer. You said.
Yeah.
We have
I was kind of thinking y'all are probably into heavier stuff than Q, or maybe you guys all are, because it's more like technical kind of like rock stuff that you guys make, especially with like the bass and guitars. I would say like y'all like metal, but then you're kind of more of like a pop singer, so it's like
Yeah.
poppy. I don't know. I was a
Yeah.
little I was a little intrigued listening for sure.
Right.
Yeah, so usually a lot of the music will stem from like a riff that I might have, and you know, like a lot of influences come out from, you know, like onto the guitar, and like we kind of just work with it as a team. It's really cool how because like we all like so many different bands, like, you know, I can't say that. Yeah, we're super diverse. It like when we first met, they had a whole other spectrum of bands that they enjoyed more than I did, but we put it together anyway, and it's really cool how like we kind of meet in the middle, or we can't say kind of, like we do meet in the middle. It's
It just kind of happens.
Like a
it just
Venn diagram of sorts, I guess.
Yeah.
Like everyone just kind of gets their own little like part in there that's like their
A Venn
own
diagram.
kind
I don't know
of-
how I came up with that.
I know, bro. I haven't
So
seen
I-
a Venn diagram since like
I'm a-
6th grade.
Six.
Wait, which one's the Venn diagram? Wait, I'm
What's
trying to
a
think of which one this one
No,
is.
it's the circle with the circle
Okay.
and a circle. You know what I mean?
No, it's just 2 circles.
But there's a circle
But
in the
there's-
middle, right?
Well, no,
I wouldn't know if you'd call it
They
a
could
circle.
be. They
but
could be
it's-
3.
Bubble map.
They could be 3 or
It
4.
has 2
too.
points.
Yeah, bubble map. All right, bro.
Bubble.
I only brought up the Venn diagram. It's the first thing that came to my head. I'm actually like a science math student. I'm not even like an art guy. I'm the art guy in disguise. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I don't know. So that's what
You
made me
thrift,
think of
bro. You
that.
thrift.
So I'm already accepted, I guess.
Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
He just said that in such a menacing voice, but it was like so like nice. It's like
We were starting the show. over.
welcome. We should have
Welcome to Cougar.
should have started the show off like
Have
that. Is
Michael
what I
do the
think.
intro voice. Welcome.
So since we were talking about the mixing of stuff, I figured we could just go ahead and play a song for the listeners. You mentioned Just a Thought, and that's actually the one I was going to play anyways. I think it's the most like one to captivate or like appeal to people, I would say for sure. So
Right.
let's go ahead and get into a song or whatever, and we're going to chill out and drink some water and
There we
kick
go.
back. This one's called Just a Thought by Dress_. You don't actually say that in the name, but I'm just saying it to clarify. You can find them on Bandcamp and whatever else. Once again, that was Just a Thought by Dress. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're all back and hydrated, ready to talk about some more random things and whatnot. Let's get away from the music. We'll talk a bit about Houston as a city, because this is where you've played like all your shows and whatnot, right? In Houston so far? Cool. What are some of you guys' favorite spots in Houston? It can be coffee shops, venues, anything cool or random. Maybe I don't even know about some things, you know?
One of my favorites is Darwin's Theory and Wall Drive. And I'd say White Oak Musical, Warehouse Live.
Oh yeah, those are like the two top ones for me too. What show have you seen recently there?
The last show, like not playing wise, we went to I went with Q and B and we went to Pond.
Pond? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice. I think
Yeah, dude,
heard
we
of
got to hang out with those guys, man.
like after the
It was
show.
dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to we hung out. I mean, we stayed after the show like groupies, you know. Like
Yeah.
we loved them, bro. They're dope. So we were like, you know what? Let's stick around. They might come out these doors, and soon enough, they did come out these doors.
Did
and
you
they
just
were
like yell at them?
Yeah,
Like,
they
yell
saw
at
us, bro. We were just chilling, posted up, and they were like, "Hey, bro, we were front row the whole show, jamming out, bobbing our heads." They saw us.
Okay.
They were like, "Okay, those are the groupies." And no, we chilled with them, man. It was awesome.
What'd y'all do after the show? Don't say anything illegal.
Exactly.
You can vaguely hint towards it, but don't use that language because it's a university station.
Nah, we just chilled.
Yeah.
Did some Houston things.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
pretty fun. So the last two shows, I went to White Oak. I saw Death Grips and Tori Moi. The last two.
Oh,
Did you guys
yeah.
go see
Yeah.
those?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
man.
didn't
Wow,
Wet play with them that day?
Yeah, Wet Play.
Yeah.
They were open, and I was like really surprised. They're really good. I enjoyed them
Yeah.
and whatnot. I
That's
looked
dope.
it up. They're very emotional and atmospheric, whatever. And then, so like on his new album though, he like has a song featuring Wet, and I was like, oh, they're totally gonna come out and play, and they didn't. I was like, what?
What?
It's featuring the vocalist, and she didn't even come out and sing. They just like
What?
played the track over
That's
like with
wild.
his vocals, and I was like really confused. But I mean, that was only like 2.5, 3 minutes, but
Yeah, right.
but still, I was like, I was a little crushed inside. You know what I mean?
I can't lie. One of the best concerts I've seen at White Oak was the Drums, and man, the Drums concert, like the way Jonathan Pierce like expresses his music, it was like probably one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Honestly.
Super high energy. I'm not familiar with
like
drums.
yeah, like it was just so like you said, like he's so like open with his music, so like just the vibes that he would give in, like, and then the crowd is just like, you know, it's very like just like upbeat, like just chill, like groovy music, like it's nice. If you don't know the Drums, you should definitely listen to the
I
Drums.
definitely will. I have a ton on my list. I'll check them out too.
They're amazing.
Any other places you guys like? Anyone else?
I mean, see, we're like Houston wise, we're not all the way deep in Houston. I mean, like we have Chris, he's all the way in Spring.
Okay.
And then
Spring.
me and B are all the way in Tomball. So like we're taking trips around
Jesus.
just to
It's like
yeah.
a commute just to like do band stuff. For you
Exactly.
guys. Man.
And Michael's out of a car, so we drive all the way to Michael every freaking time.
Yeah. I
That's
live-
all right. Your boys
Yeah.
have got your back. Then that's pretty
You know.
nice.
Yeah.
We got you. He's from London. What would he do without us? You know?
Stop.
A place that I like to play at, you know, I think it's an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoyed Bohemios solely for the fact that there's a lot of parking. You know,
Okay,
like it.
I know Bohemians. I've been there
Fair play.
twice. It's like in the second ward, and they have like a cool record store like right next door. One time I went there with my friend, and there was just like a jazz band inside, like a bunch of old dudes, like they're
Yeah.
like old playing jazz. I was like, oh yeah, this is
I mean,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's
That's
they got
cool.
a decent stage too. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you packed it out, it'd definitely be dope. You can make it happen.
You guys have played there, right? Or you said you played?
Yeah.
Well, we all played there.
We
Okay,
played,
yeah, that's what I
we
figured.
played the other day,
What's up?
and it was pretty cool.
That was our last show, right?
Right, we played
Yeah.
with Bliss. Bliss is another pretty cool band.
Bliss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were on
Bliss.
tour and they chose to stop on tour to play a show with us, which is dope. I was like,
Oh,
appreciate
that's
it.
awesome. Probably had to check them out too.
Really good.
Any,
They would probably be more your style from what you said that you listen to normally.
Sure. Any record stores that you guys like?
Oh, man, why did I not
besides the
even
one
think of
next to
that?
Bohemia's.
Man, one of my favorite record stores, honestly, would have to be Sound Revolution. Honestly, because like man, it's just like they have so many so many types of albums that you could pick through, and like the people there are very like calm. Like they'll help you. Like if you're just trying to get into any type of music, like
Yeah.
they're good with like helping you select what kind of good jams, and like if you like so and so, they'll help you like guide you to the right places. And man, like learning about that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, also Cactus Records. Cactus Records is pretty dope. We go in there, and every time my fiance put me onto it. Actually, she was like, every time you go in, you should just grab a random like CD that you never listened to, just by colors on the screens. And we found Little Comets. Little Comets is a super dope band. Babe Rainbow. Like it all comes from just picking it up just to check it out. Like
That's what it has to do with like album art, because I feel like the album art really doesn't matter because it's not like gonna make or break a band.
Mhm.
But like initially, like when I'm scrolling through Bandcamp, I've gotten into like some cool random like jazz hop and stuff like that, just like clicking on a thing. So I guess it's kind of the same thing with CDs. I don't use like CDs or records or anything like that.
And that's the
it's
beauty
totally
of it.
the same thing. Do you do records or CD when you go shopping?
I mean, I normally go for records, just like even just to have them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in general, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around the record player all the time. So if
Yeah.
I'm in the car and there's still a CD place, I'll put it in. I have an old 99 Corolla, so it works. It still has a CD player.
Okay, sweet. I feel like Michael's like excluded here. Like, scooch over.
Yeah, throw that in there, Michael. What do you listen to in your car, Michael?
Can you pick that thing? Yeah, you can totally pick that up, right?
Nah, that's good. That's good.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
I'll open I mean, to be honest, I've been in Houston for like just over a year and a half now.
Yeah.
And like where I used to live in Miami before this, was a city called Hollywood, but I used to go to record shop called Radioactive Records.
It was in Miami, you said?
Yeah, like Fort Lauderdale. It's a city called Hollywood. It's like in between like Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay, I see.
But
Broward
moving
County.
here, like my record player broke, so I just haven't got any records lately.
Oh no. How'd you break it?
It's
Or did someone else do it?
what's it called? What's the record player that you shouldn't buy?
Crosley?
Yes. No, not Crosley.
Oh, I don't know. That's what my friend told me. And then like,
Crosley's there.
It might be Crosley.
I didn't know. One time I accidentally roasted the brand, and I was like, oh, my friend said that like Crosley is sometimes like iffy. If you get the really nice ones, they're good, but the ones that aren't are like really iffy. And my friend, she like showed, she's like, oh, that's the one I just got, and I was like, oh, I just trashed on this girl's hobby and stuff, you know?
Man. Yeah. I think they went bad when they put him in Urban Outfitters. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it
if
is
anyone
it
can
is
get it, I mean,
Yeah,
you walk
that's-
in and it's in your face. Yeah, buy a record player.
Yeah,
It's
it is
like,
Crosley. That's
okay.
where I got it from.
It is Crosley.
That's too bad. So, Urban Outfitters is where not only bands go to retire, but also record players.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I like a lot of bands that they play. Just
That's
roasting
funny.
a bit, you know. Oh yeah, you mentioned coffee shops. I wanted to quick shout out my favorite coffee shop. So there's one on campus called The Nook, and they're pretty cool. They have like a cool atmosphere, and they play a lot of like interesting music, sometimes even local music, which is cool. And they let Coog Radio host Beats and Breakfast. So every Saturday they have like they have like open mic. You can go and play or whatever.
Oh, that's
Not this
dope.
last Saturday, but
pretty cool.
most. It's also not a paid advertisement, just for the record. I'm just shouting them out.
There you go.
I
So
don't
they
know.
mean something.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing.
Or maybe I'm lying, but I'm not lying. Let's see. We're talking about Houston. I wanted to ask you guys about local bands, because when I was doing a bit of Googling, I saw that you guys have played with some ones that I liked.
Who was that?
Macquarie.
Oh yeah, we did play with McCarthy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
When
You
did we
did,
play with
right?
them? At the Blue Giraffe?
No. Secret group.
Secret.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Macari.
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 Oh, do I say the name wrong?
Yeah.
Jesus,
A
I
little
just
bit.
butchered the name. Sorry.
Macari, they're great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
Macquarie
really
was
cool.
dope.
So did you guys get to talk to the band at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to. That's bro. Honestly, that's like the greatest thing about being in the band. Like, people are like, when you play with other bands, they're so open to you. You just talk to them. We're talking about music, like
Sure.
it's dope. But yeah, Macari was sick, man. They were like, we got to talk to them. He was, yeah,
Did you talk to Andy? That's his name, or Andy Sizek or something?
The lead
I think he's
singer?
a singer. Yeah.
yeah. It was
Like
pretty cool.
He's a white guy. He does like a bunch of vocal covers that that I was into. So that's how I got into their band. He was covering stuff that I like, so it was pretty cool.
He got some like sick pipes. Like he's really good with singing, man. Like it's crazy.
We had our photographer take pictures for him. Like we
Yeah.
had our photographer take pictures, and he caught like so many pictures of him just like screaming, bro, just doing his thing, like veins popping out and everything. Like he kills it, bro. He's definitely doing his thing.
He's not just like a screamer though. He like sings and screams.
I know,
which is like
yeah.
impressive because like once I've never sung or I like sang in musical theater. That doesn't really count, but I've never like learned how to like sing like in a band style thing or like screaming. So I can just imagine having to like flip your.
Right.
Have you ever done
On
like
and off.
screaming before?
We have Cobain.
Yeah.
Cobain. Oh yeah, it is. It's kind of like an edited like surf
Like
punk scream type thing,
What'd you
right?
call that, Chris?
Were you screaming
It's
in
like
it, or was
a-
it someone else?
It's like a shout.
Yeah, we had like tracks.
A shout.
Yeah, it's like a. It's not like. It's like a.
Yeah,
shout.
it's not like a death
Yeah,
metal.
that's my attempt there.
Yeah, you're not doing some cannibal corpse.
It's definitely a lot. It took a lot. Like especially our first shows, like being in the band playing Cobain. I'd be like, bro, please scream behind me, bro. Like scream with me, please. Like, cause I know this isn't good, bro. My voice would crack, and I would just keep it going. I would just pretend like it didn't happen. Like,
it came out of nowhere when like creating the song. He just screamed, and I was like, "This is the most perfect thing I've ever heard."
Like, it was like sporadic when you were recording?
no,
Or
no,
like just throwing
like,
out ideas?
when we were creating the song, like, you know,
okay.
like it just came and it was like, wow, like how he initially did it is different from how it's done now, you know, but it's just to ease on his vocals, you know, you don't want him to lose it.
Do you remember the first time that we were making that song? You were like, dude, this is like just like some like Nirvana type, like, bro, this is gonna be like
It's
some
like
like
all
Kurt
like
Cobain,
Cobain.
like next level stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, dude, let's name it Cobain, bro.
Cobain.
And it just
Yeah,
like,
definitely. I remember like even going on the way to, I don't know where we were going, but we were in the car and the like that just came, you know, kind of like we're just like fishing ideas as we're just moving around, not just like sitting in one spot collectively, like in an area coming up with stuff. It kind of just happens over time, you know, where we're at. It's pretty cool.
Do you use, when you scream, do you use like, is it like a fry scream with your throat, or do you, I mean, you're supposed to use your diaphragm is how you do it, but I'm just curious.
yeah, so that's what I heard. But then I remember really into Kurt Cobain. So like I
Yeah.
watched him, and he said it's all from like the stomach, and he would be hurt afterwards, like because it's just like getting it out there. But I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I use the back of my throat, and I'm like, please work. You know what I mean? And so it just
I have
works
no
sometimes.
idea about the longevity of that,
Yeah.
how it's gonna like,
Okay, my big deal, I changed it from an ah to an O, and that helped me out so much. Like I would try to scream ah, and it's just like not there, and then I say oh, and I can scream it. You know what I mean?
that's interesting.
Yeah. So I'm a vocal coach. You know?
You're a vocal coach?
No.
Okay,
not
I
at
was
all.
like, really? That's pretty cool side career to have, or whatever, or even main if you make it up. What are like some of you guys' other favorite local bands that you've either seen or talked to or played with? It doesn't matter, just whatever.
Definitely want to say like I think Den Mother's pretty cool. They have a lot of, you know, math rock. Mannequin Mishap is super cool too. It's only a 2-piece band.
I have these guys on my thing.
Yes.
I saw them
Yes.
open
Yes.
for Hail the Sun like 3 times. When I had a phase in high school where I went to like every Walters show before they shut that place down. R.I.P. Walters,
Yeah.
by the way.
R.I.P.
That was like-
bro, yes,
Dude,
bro.
Walters was like so fun.
I'm so
Anyways,
sad.
it's
And,
also
yeah.
so run down and like ratchet and ghetto, but like it's a venue. What can you do?
That's what makes it sometimes.
And I also want to say I think Everglades is pretty cool too. We have a really good friend in that band. He's the drummer.
Everglades.
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 Yeah.
Shout out to Panda.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Panda is a drummer that we would have, because I'm telling you, man, we've been in and out of drummers, right? And we got to a point
Sure.
where we had a drummer that just wouldn't be there. So we had a show, and we're like, bro, Panda, please come learn our music. Yeah, and he
Did
did,
he like learn the
man.
music, or did he have to improv?
He learned it, man. He learned it quick. It was
Really?
crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. It
I mean,
made
that's-
me feel like our music was simple. like how did you do that?
It's
It
not
was
too
crazy.
simple.
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive. It's just like a little like 4/4 backbeat and do a fill. That's easy. But
Right.
you guys are like, I don't know. It's not super simple, so that's impressive that you
Yeah.
learned it.
I see that you have Voxavosis on there. He was gonna be our drummer. Like,
His
yeah.
name's Zach, right?
Zach. Yeah.
He's
he
the
was.
drummer for Rome Hero now.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. He was gonna be
Oh.
our drummer once upon a time because Ashley
Yeah.
knows him, and also Islands of Pear. Like they're
Yeah, Ashley manages. That's why I put them on there. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I know she
Yeah.
manages, and y'all played with them before. She was like, you should check them out, and I was like, cool. I like them too. I have like my list is getting so long. I'm like, man, I love all these freaking bands. Do you guys know Crimson Arrow? Have you heard of them?
Honestly, no.
No.
They're from the H as well. They do like progressive rock or whatever.
Sounds
Something
familiar,
like
but
that.
I don't know.
I'd seen them open for TTNG a while ago.
Ooh,
they were
this town
pretty
needs
good.
guns.
Yeah, they came from
Okay, Chris.
London or whatever. Not
Okay,
London. They're
Chris.
they're from somewhere else in Great Britain. I think they're from like. I would have to look it up. I don't even know, but
That one side over there.
you said you're from London. Do they have
London.
like really strict? They have strict gun laws, but are people like really crazy if about like guns over there?
Like, I mean, there's not really like gun culture in London.
They usually just like them, right?
Like, yeah, I would say like they banned guns like in what 1996, where it's
Yeah.
like after like a shooting, and I mean like if you're in like the countryside, you can have like a hunting rifle or something like that, but
Okay.
like in the city, you can't have like a gun.
I think that's pretty reasonable. I only asked because the band This Town Needs Guns had to like they didn't have to, but they changed their name just because people in London and stuff didn't like it.
Hated it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Wait, what did they change the name to?
Totally a thing. TTNG, just abbreviation.
I knew that. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty interesting.
That is crazy.
I thought so. Let's talk about some more local stuff. This one's more philosophical. I wanted to ask you guys, why do you think that some like local bands will have a really hard time branching out? What do you think you can do to like? What do you think that is like some of the best strategies you can use to reach people? And don't just say social media.
Leave.
Leave. Whoa.
Go to
Oh, you mean like
a
move
different
somewhere?
state, yeah. No, like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would feel like just getting out there, like you said, earlier, posting stuff on walls and stickers and stuff like that. Merch is a big deal. T-shirts, like pants, like everything. Like Tyler, the Creator, made so much money off of socks.
Oh yeah.
Socks.
That's insane.
You
A lot of bands do that model. See someone I know. Do you guys know Xavier Wolf, like Sesh Hollow Water
Xavier,
Boys?
yes, sir.
Oh, you guys are fans of them?
Yes, sir.
No way. This is so
Dude,
unrelated
bro,
to y'all's
dude,
music.
It's so unrelated and like so far out. But Xavier Wolf, dude, there's so many like we went through a big like underground rap phase, and
Yeah.
we love like a lot of like underground rap artists.
Sesh Hollow Water Boys.
Sesh Hollow, all of them, bro, all the way to Eddie Baker, like all
Oh,
of
yeah,
them,
yeah.
dude. They're amazing, like crazy.
They have like I brought them up because you mentioned the merch thing to branch out, and that's like it's like a step by step that some people have like learned to do. They make money because like music is weird now. You don't really make money by selling records. You like make money by streaming, merchandise, advertisements, and stuff like that. So they'll like dedicate their whole thing to more of like the fashion kind of
I mean,
side.
it's
And
a shop.
yeah, they opened up their own store, and like
Yep.
dude, it was like what?
that's crazy.
They'll say they're like, oh, we're the one who invented
They're
this
like,
model. I would debate that, but
And we're selling dress aglets
aglets,
online.
I don't
Yes,
know what
sir.
that is.
It's the end of your shoelace. The end of your
plastic
shoelace will
part on
say
your
dress.
shoelace.
You didn't know that was an aglet?
No,
Like,
You didn't
we're
watch
talking about,
Phineas and Ferb?
Yeah,
like these things. Like
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Phineas and Ferb had a whole episode over it, bro.
That's the only way I know.
Damn, dude,
Education.
I must have missed that one. I don't know. my summer childhood watching things.
That's
There you
where,
go.
that's where we get a lot of our influence from, honestly.
Phineas and
Ferb. Summer never ended, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Dude, what the fuck?
Oh wow.
Did you just connect that to y'all's vibe?
Whoa, yeah, you just
No.
definitely connected to a vibe for some
I'm making this up as we go.
conspiracies.
That's what I do. I don't know how much. Do you guys have other merch ideas?
We're right now we're working on t-shirts, to get t-shirts out.
Yeah.
And we just got a new guy. He lives in Austin. His name's Matty. And he made us some pretty cool dress shirts, but he also sent me like a free pair of jeans that have like his logo on them. So we're definitely looking into like dress jeans. Like that's a cool way to go.
Yeah. So a lot of people are doing merch with like sweatpants or jeans or athletic pants or whatever else.
Right.
Like, what's this? I'm trying to think. I think it was like there were some really cool like Polyphia pants or something that I had seen online. Yeah. If y'all made some like dress pants or whatever, that'd be
Right.
pretty tight, I think.
You could dress like dress.
I'd like a dress backpack. That'd be dope.
You call it dress for success.
Dress for
Dress like
success.
dress. It's like a double negative.
Dress.
Is that the word for it? I don't know. I don't do English. Do music and science.
There you go.
Do you guys have any other things that you think local bands could do to like expand? You know, any other
Talk to other
random
bands.
ideas?
I'd say like push for stuff like making music videos because I think like a lot of bands in the music scene have like released music, like released on Spotify, Apple Music, or like video on YouTube or something. And that's something we've been pushing recently because people like see that, they see us, that makes them like
It's a
connect with
visual
us.
representation.
Yeah, like,
People want to be like entertained, so you can mix in other entertainment.
Yeah, because I
forms,
know.
not
I
just
mean,
audio.
bro, when I go on Twitter, like I don't read anything on Twitter. I literally only click videos. Like it's all funny videos, and that's all I'm gonna click. So if
That's
you see
part
a
of the
vid,
reason why I deleted mine. I was like, man, I'm wasting so much time. Like,
wasting time and data.
well, I mean, it's all good. Like, it's not that bad to go on Twitter. I'm not even roasting on it. But I was like, I feel like I just like scroll through things and don't even read. If it's more than like 5 words, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna read
No.
that. I just want to watch a video or look at a picture. Just continue.
Right,
scrolling.
you know what I mean?
I was like, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely videos. I'd say you could like use those to
Mhm.
expand. You have to pick your like best song or one you think's the one that's gonna slap the
Right.
most. To make
Or
the
just do it
video
for all of them.
for all of them.
I mean,
Why
like,
not?
because there's so many, like,
I mean, you totally could, but I mean,
Like-
it's like mainly time is the main.
true time
issue
and
for
money.
Yeah, honestly, if a band's goal is to get their music heard, get it out there any way possible. You know, like any platform, however you can visually have it out there for people to see. Like that's what gets people's attention. You know, if you really want people to hear it, then you have to show them. You know.
Yeah, and like consistency too, like just pushing it. Like don't let people like you know what I'm saying, like shut it down. Like you just gotta keep flooding it to all types of, like he said, like anywhere and everywhere.
Sure. I like watch this. This is kind of unrelated. I watch this like psychologist do like lectures. His name's Jordan Peterson online, and he talked about one of the reasons why people won't spend a ton of money on art. And I was like, oh, this would be cool to bring up in an interview. So he said that, let's say that people have 20 things to do or 20 things to buy, and that's like way underselling it because like you have way more things to buy. But the thing is, if you want to buy like art or music, a lot of times that's going to be like 15th, 20th, like maybe because everyone's like busy and they have to buy groceries and bills or whatever. So like makes it kind of tough like for an artist. Even if you make like really really good stuff, people just sometimes can't buy your stuff, or it's like it's down their priority list. It's not towards the top.
Yeah.
I don't know what you can do about that, but it's one of the things he was talking about in a lecture, and I was like, dang, that's so insightful. Any thoughts on that? I just unleashed like a freaking paragraph on you guys.
Yeah,
I know.
no.
Yeah.
And so you really, I guess like, yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, it's definitely rough trying to be an artist,
Yeah.
but I don't know, it's like more, it depends on what you're trying to get out of it, you know, rather than like, I mean, if you're trying to be like flooded, rich and stuff like that, like, yeah, artists might not be your like top priority, you know what I'm saying?
Go get a business degree or something.
Yeah,
and
like
do some boring job.
something, like do something else. But, like,
Did I roast him?
No, he
Nah.
just said something about that, like outside.
Oh, well, what'd you say?
Chris was actually gonna come to U of H.
As a student?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Oh,
was.
nice.
orientation?
Yeah, I came to freshman orientation back in 2015 when I graduated high school.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, so I don't know, kind of had like I was gonna come here, you know, it was really
Mhm.
cool. Did the whole orientation thing, and
Dude, orientation is not cool. You don't have to lie.
Dude,
I
it was
mean,
so dope walking
I mean,
behind these kids.
Walking behind these people yelling about Go Cougars. Like, I love
Yeah.
the university and everything about it, but that stuff was just like, I don't know. But if you liked it, that's
I mean,
guess.
you know, I was falling asleep during the lectures, you know, like so the crazy thing is that the night before I was in this band, I was in another band called Local 4, and the night before it was our first show at a bar, and so I had not slept that night, so I came to freshman orientation with nothing but the clothes on my back, and it was kind of funny because like, you know, I see everybody with pillows and suitcases, and here I am with just the clothes on my back. I'm like, I messed up, you know. Like I had a friend drop me off because because I didn't have a car at the time. My dad was too hungover to take me here, so I got a
Jesus.
friend. I got a friend to bring me over here, and I was really appreciative of that, and like here I am, like dying from being sleep deprived, and like I got to sit through these lectures and
you
like
gotta stay the night.
and stay the
U of
night.
H, most people don't live on campus, but it's like a commuter school. But during orientation, they require you to stay in the dorms, and if you leave, you have to repeat the whole thing and pay the fees and whatever else.
What?
There's a lot of BS that comes
crazy.
with universities and education sometimes, and
Yeah.
that's definitely one of them. So you must
That's
have
why
slept
we're
on
artists.
on a blank bed, no pillow, and your clothes.
It was
And
cold.
there was someone else in the room, probably.
It was cold. It was very cold.
You can control a thermostat, but it's for both rooms.
Oh,
See, I
man.
didn't know that. I just went in there, the cold room, and hugged myself. I got a new shirt. It was like a U of H shirt, so I wore that the next day.
Oh, nice. So you didn't smell like armpits. or
Yeah.
whatever. That's good then.
And so that was cool. But I made a lot of friends that day, and it was really cool. I had a couple of old friends also, so like we kind of just stuck together and went
Now
every
you're
good.
here.
Now I'm here again. Nice to
Welcome
see
back.
everyone.
What were you planning on studying at the time?
So I wanted to do business management because throughout high school, like that's what my focus was and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The high school I went to was really career focused, and so they showed me like what was necessary in order to like do the business stuff. So
Yeah.
that was my plan in order like whenever I was going to come here. But after doing orientation, like I was kind of changing my mind and was like, I kind of want to be an engineer if like I want to pursue this music thing to the fullest. Maybe
Like
I
a
could.
sound engineer?
I don't not like a sound engineer, but like build my own stuff. Like I could probably build my own amp and like you know.
If you did something like the engineering school is like top 20 in the nation or something. It's pretty up there. You could do like mechanical or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then actually you mentioned business. You could run your own like music related business. Totally. People will pay money for
That's the
equipment
dream.
and stuff.
Later on, we talked about this before. That's the
Yeah,
dream.
that's
the dream.
To blow up and then not have to do too much, but then open up your own shop. It'll be like
just kinda
I don't know if I want to
manage it.
throw my ideas out there yet.
Yeah, you might want to pipe.
Yeah, keep it in the bag.
Someone listening is going to be like,
Dude, I want to
It's a
do
good
that.
idea.
money back.
An inside out hat.
it's actually perfect. Y'all were talking about careers and whatever else. So I saw this guy. I'll give you a bit of backstory for the next question. I saw this guy at Rice's radio station, not betraying CoogRadio or whatever. And his name is Anti-Lily. He makes like boom bap, kind of like jazz, lyrical rap music. And he has a song called Company Cigarettes. And he was like, basically the gist of the song, he talks about just working your job so you can get through the day. And it's not like what you really want to do, so you have to take like company cigarettes, like breaks in between to put up with all the BS that you have. And then he goes home and like makes his rap music, and he's actually kind of blown up, so he's been able to stop a bit of his company cigarette
Six,
hustle.
Yeah.
Oh, good
What are you
for him.
guys' hustles, or what are your company cigarettes of your own?
I work at a bar.
Tending or what?
Yeah, not bartending, but server.
Oh, a server?
Yeah. It's called Red Line. It's an English pub.
Is this like back in London or in Houston?
No, it's in Houston. No, it's
Houston.
Houston.
It's
I
an
work.
English pub in Houston.
No, I work there now. Yeah. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Is
I
it
take
upbeat?
like cigarette breaks every 15 minutes.
To put it with the stress.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
and then plus you're allowed to like everybody's smoking in the bar anyway, so it's kind of like the environment, I guess.
Yeah, well, outside at least.
Yeah.
That's why
I think
sneak
it's
to the back.
hilarious. I think it's hilarious that that's a thing, like a company cigarettes. Because like literally when I turned 18, like I did not smoke like anything. You know what I mean? Like not anything. I don't want to say anything, but like cigarette wise, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And then they told me that like they said that you can take smoke breaks, but if you're not taking one, you get no break throughout the day.
Just
so
carry around an empty pack.
I literally asked somebody for a cigarette, and I was like, bro, just let me hold it.
Did you
just
smoke
let me
cigarettes
hold it.
just for a break?
Yes, sir. Like that's how you gotta
That's
do
slightly
it.
stupid.
Slightly stupid, but I'm tired. You know what I mean?
I had a friend once ask for a fresh air break, and they got denied.
It's ridiculous.
It's like, no, bro, you cannot breathe.
No, you don't. You
Right,
don't
smoke
smoke.
cigarette.
What are you guys' jobs as well?
I move fitness equipment with my father. He has his own business, and so like it's cool. I move fitness equipment upstairs, downstairs,
Machines and stuff?
residentially, yeah, commercially, like all kinds. It's crazy, like it's
People
heavy.
order like to their house and whatever else.
Yeah, but we don't really do it from like a warehouse. Some people just need help moving it from one house to another. We actually did a job for U of H like maybe a month or two ago.
Wait, was this with the big squat rack type things?
Yes, it was like
They say like powerlifting on them.
I'm
or
pretty
whatever.
sure, yeah.
Dude, those things are so nice. So I go to the rec kind of frequently, and they like brought them in, and I was so excited because I don't have to wait for Meathead Joey or whatever to stop his like fancy squats that he's doing.
Yeah.
He's a rack.
Need that joke.
But yeah, we do fitness equipment. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I do like stormwater type of work. Like you would not like believe how dirty I get throughout the day, and then like as soon as I get out of work, I go home, shower, and go to band practice. Like it's crazy. It's
That's
ridiculous.
how it was getting here. Y'all were like, all right, I just
Dude,
got
I
off
took
work
my
now. I was
work
like,
truck
I was like,
here.
all right, we're still gonna make this happen. I don't give a whatever.
Hell yeah. I'm about to be a security guard at Splashtown.
At Splashtown.
Yeah.
You doing
bro.
during the day or overnight?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
whatever,
be grinding,
whatever shift
bro.
they give you.
Yeah, whatever shift, every shift.
That's a lot of time to just like kind of kick back if it's at night or whatever. Though I
Yeah,
guess. Just
yeah.
Like,
And you know, like, I mean, who's
Thoughts
trying to break
yourself?
into like a water park? Like, the water's not even on.
14-year-olds.
Yeah.
16-year-olds. Hey, you guys, get out of here. They'll probably just turn it
like,
on.
oh my god. You know, they're gone.
I'm not speaking from experience. Pretend I didn't say that or whatever. Those are you guys' hustles.
Gotta hustle, bro.
Yeah, I guess I'll tell you about my hustle. Am I interviewing myself? Is that like a weird thing?
No.
I have no idea. It's not.
Let's interview
My
you.
hustle?
Yeah.
Hey, what's your hustle?
What's your company
I
cigarette?
have a lot of hustles. So mine's not like a hustle that I hate. I'm a pre-vet / pre-med student. Like I study biology and my minor is math. But like I don't hate this stuff, but it is very draining sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is why I have like CoogRadio, because it's like mentally draining to like study science. Let's say like 6 hours a day, it's 8 hours a day, whatever else, and then go and run orgs or whatever else. So that'll be my hustle if I get into vet school. That's the goal.
Sick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good luck,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
If I don't, then I don't know. We'll find
up a
something
triangle.
like this. Pick up a triangle.
Pick up a triangle, bro.
I already
Join dress.
I play drums. I could play triangle.
There you go.
There you go. That'd be easy. Let's go into one of y'all's older songs. I don't know a super good way to transition into it since
Yeah.
we've been going off on these tangents, but I
Sing
know
a
that you
little
guys
bit.
have like switched sounds. I mentioned to you guys like before we got on air. Before you had no drummer, so it was like all. Well, I was all drum machine and a lot of like sounded like synthy kind of stuff or whatever. So
Yeah,
it was like
yeah,
a
yeah.
weird.
Okay.
It was a weird switch from you guys' like self-titled EP to
Right.
what you guys like make now, looking for a drummer. So I found a song that's like an in-between, Just a Thought. That's a single, right? Or was
Yeah.
it re-released on the new one?
Oh no, Rain Clouds is a single.
Right.
Cloud.
Oh, I looked at it is Rain Clouds. I was looking at the wrong spot on the sheet. How embarrassing. Yeah, Rain Clouds. It has like a little like a cloud on it. So I was like, oh, we'll play this one. This one's called Rain Clouds. This is by Dress. We're gonna get some water and kick back for a bit. Hope you guys enjoy the song.
Fits me best when I get so lonely, so I don't regret
All right, so you just heard Rain Clouds. That is one of Dress's singles. I feel weird saying dresses plural because I feel like that's like the plural of like dress.
Dresses.
Like
Dresses.
Dresses.
Just imagine an apostrophe
Dresses
after
dope.
my words. I don't know. Anyways, we are getting close to 8, so we're giving them a chance to wrap it up. We're just gonna real quick let Dress plug any shows, any music you guys want to do. Just
All right,
go ahead and spit it out.
So we're gonna throw our phone numbers out if anyone needs. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, dude, do not throw your phone numbers out over there. Like,
No. Okay, so right now you heard Just a Thought earlier, and we have a music video coming out soon. It should be out maybe in, I'd say less than a month, honestly. So you be checking out for that.
Nice.
Shout out to Ashley with Nitpick Productions. She's in the band also, Chonka Fight Club. She's freaking great. She's our manager and got us this interview. It's really cool. And also shout out to Nico, because he's just amazing. He helped us with our music and
Who's
got us
Nico?
everywhere. Nico's in Islands of Pear also.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're both in Nitpick and it's really cool. Like they got us all these things.
Do
This
they
far.
have a social media or something? I'll
Yes.
probably,
Yeah, Nitpick Productions.
Nitpick
So
Production.
they're basically like their own label. You know what I mean? Like we're not signed to them, but they are managers with them, and it's
they're like
just dope.
associated really
Right.
closely.
They found us. They saw us
That's
playing.
pretty much the same thing, just without all the
Right.
political bureaucratic nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then y'all could check us out Instagram. We are Dress _ You can see us on Twitter and Facebook, all that stuff, and be sure to check out our music on Spotify, Apple Music. We released all of just recently released an EP last year. Summer Never Ended, and
Let's get those numbers up.
let's get those numbers up. Like let's start pushing this.
Stream.
We have a show on June 22nd at a secret group. So that's Saturday. You guys should definitely check it out.
Nice.
Heatwave Music Festival.
I'll come through. Heatwave Music Festival. Do you know who you're playing with, or is it like announced later or something?
I can remember one band off the top of my head named
Yeah.
Arctica.
Arctica.
I believe that's what they're called. I'm sorry if it's not. I apologize if you're listening to this and it's not your name. But yeah, I believe Arctica. We're playing with them.
Yeah, it's the Televangelists, Necromantics, Arctica, and Body
Televangelists?
Thief.
I
Yeah.
know that band.
Yeah,
I like them.
I always wanted
Yeah,
to play a show with
sweet.
them.
I'll
Also,
definitely come.
they're on my list of bands to play with in Houston. Yeah.
I think they're like super close with Rome here or something like that. Or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
Is this live or when can they tune in?
To this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been live the whole time.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. If y'all listening, like, make sure to just push to everyone in Houston. Let's get Houston this new sound that it's craving, and let's start getting these numbers up and start letting people hear some new music.
We are Dress. That's our name. DRES_.
.com.
Cool, man. That sounds like everything. I have some people to shout out before we close out the
There we
show.
go.
You already shouted out Ashley, but I guess I'll shout her out again. She seemed pretty easygoing, texting her and whatnot, getting the interview going. Shout out to our station director, Waylon, and the rest of the people, like Eric and whatever else. It's a lot to run a station and student organization. And
Shout yourself out.
I think that's it. Shout myself
shout
out.
out to Zach.
Hard, yeah.
Shouts out to Zach.
Shouts out to myself. If you see me around, say hi. Also, I'm playing more weird music next Tuesday, 7 to 8. I'll just go back to playing stuff. I think I'm gonna play probably like harsh noise music or something.
There you go.
It's like one of my goals is like someone tunes in and they're like, "What the hell is this?" They just tune right back out. It's like a test.
But
on
you get to
people.
see them. You're like, oh, they're listening.
Yeah. I saw you came.
I saw you.
didn't finish. So
Are you IP 1.71?
all right, this has been fun. I think that's about it. So make sure you tune in next week, 7 to 8 p.m. Check out Dress online, Dress _ on Bandcamp. We are Dress on Instagram. It's been fun in the studio. I hope that you guys have a good week. Drink enough water and whatever else. See you guys around. Thanks for tuning into CoogRadio.com. Thanks for tuning into CoogRadio.com.